Welcome to the 39th Honolulu Liquor Commission meeting. First order of business, commissioners, I believe we have some minutes for approval.
Yes, Chair. Motion to approve the minutes of the 28th meeting as previously circulated.
Second.
It's been moved in second to approve the minutes of the 28th meeting as previously circulated. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro,
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried. Moving on to public hearing, calling agenda item number 1, transfer application number 21-22535 from Nod's Ramen Bar Incorporated. Mr. Luke.
Yes. Good afternoon. To my right is Blaine Nishizawa. He is the president and owner. He is president with counsel Wayne Luke. We have no changes to the investigators' report. They are on temporary license.
Thank you, Mr. Luke. Ms. Harai.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Commissioners. This application has received 0 written protests, 0 letters in support. Applicant has met statutory requirements for the submission of this application.
Thank you, Ms. Harai. Commissioners, any questions, comments for the applicant?
Questions? Motion to approve transfer application number 21-22535.
Second.
And moved in second to approve transfer application number 21-22535. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro,
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried. Thank you, Mr. Luke. Okay, moving on to agenda item number 2, preliminary hearings, transfer application number 21-22232 from AJC Enterprises LLC. Mr. Kyuchi.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, members of the Commission. Keith Kyuchi for the applicant. In my conference room is Anna Tanigawa.
Hello. Hello.
Read and reviewed the investigator's report. I note there's a pending violation, but that has not been set for adjudication hearing yet. But Ms. Tanigawa will take care of that. With that, we have no other additions or corrections. This is a matter we're going to ask be set for public hearing in 7 weeks because the second temporary license expires in about 7 weeks and a few days.
Thank you, Mr. Kyuchi. Commissioners, any questions or comments for the applicant or for Mr. Kyuchi and his client?
I have a question. Mr. Kyuchi, you referenced the pending violations that occurred, according to the report, in December of 2020. Can
Yes.
you clarify or confirm whether those occurred while your client was on its temporary license?
It occurred during the temporary license period.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Kyuchi, without getting into the details of the violations, given the timing of when the temporary license was granted, which was in October, and to even get a violation or anything as 2 months opened is a little concerning for me.
You know, when I got the report, that was the first time I heard about the violation, frankly. And I have not had a chance until my client just appeared in my conference room to talk to her about it and find out what the nature of the violation is. But it will be fully vetted before the public hearing. And I understand the concern because I have some concerns about that as well.
I've reviewed your client's history with experience with liquor as well as in the industry, and she seems qualified.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that with her resume and what she's outlined as her skills, that she displays her leadership through this under her management, basically, this business. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to the bottom of what happened on the violation. I mean, I'm not saying it didn't occur, but I haven't had the opportunity to discuss it with her, and I will. But I fully understand the commission's concern.
Thank you. Commissioners, any other questions or comments for Mr. Kyuchi?
None. Motion to approve transfer application number 21-22232.
Second.
Been moved in second to approve transfer application number 21-22232. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro,
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Kyuchi.
Thank you.
Okay, going into agenda item number 3, application number 21-22787 from Todd Restaurants Incorporated. And I believe, hi. Go ahead and introduce yourself for the record.
My name is Lindsay Diamond. I was the owner of Todd Restaurants, and I'm trying to transfer my stock to Micah Suderman.
Hello. Commissioners, any questions or comments for the applicant?
Hearing none. Motion to approve application number 21-22787.
Second.
Been moved in second to approve application number 21-22787. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried. Application has been approved. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. Have a good
Thank you.
afternoon. Aloha.
Thank you. Calling agenda item number 4, request number 21-22919 from Aloha Pronto Waikiki LLC.
Good afternoon, Chair, members of the Commission. Greg Nishioka, authorized agent, appearing on behalf of the applicant. Also appearing by video is Yusuke Yusuke Ishikawa, Ishikawa, who's a manager.
Thank you, Mr. Nishioka. Commissioners, any questions or comments? Mr. Nishioka,
Yes.
I have a comment. The request is asking for quite a large footprint for the increase in the licensed area. It, in the investigative report, it referenced the flexibility to use it for special occasions. Is that correct, or they plan on using it on a daily basis in this capacity?
Well, to answer that question, if you look at the additional handout which we provided to the Commission, and I'm specifically referring to the one that's marked on the top right-hand corner, it's highlighted in blue that says current utilization, then there's a yellow highlight for proposed utilization, and then the red highlight that says proposed boundaries. If you will take a look at that, if you look at the yellow outlined area, that is what they're proposing on a daily basis. Principally, those areas which are beyond the marked in blue will be utilized after 4:30 p.m. when the bank shuts down. The additional area beyond the yellow will be for only special events. My understanding of 99 to 100%, which will be for CPB, Central Pacific Bank. They have requested that Aloha Pronto make this request to extend to those areas for their special events.
I understand. Thank you for clarifying.
And there's one more clarification, if you allow me. If you'll notice on the extended area on the right-hand side, that in yellow, right where there's that bend in the red, that currently is a door to the elevator. That door will be shut. That area will be walled off in about a month. So there will be no entrance or exit there. If you are familiar with the layout of the premises as it currently stands.
Vice Chair Lee, did you have any concerns or comments?
Yes, I do, Mr. Nishioka. I know we asked last time about staffing at these special events. If you don't mind going over that with us again, that
What's
would be
gonna
good.
happen is, oh, sorry, Commissioner Lee, what's gonna happen is they're hiring an additional, at least one more employee on a daily basis to come on at 4:30. That employee will be stationed in the additional area outlined in yellow, specifically the area outside of the bank premises, the open air area, and that person will be given a remote radio basically, and will be stationed for the most part in that area. You know, obviously if something happens, you know, briefly they'll exit the area, but the intent is to have somebody there almost 100% of the time.
You spoke about the yellow area. That's the proposed utilization under the current plan.
Correct.
Is there any?
That's the area above. This is the area that's outside of the bank, which is in the current utilization. If you look on the King Street side, which is the left-hand side of the page, you will see that blue line going down. That is basically the glass wall right now, currently, that's there. And anything to the right of that is outside of the bank. So
Okay.
there will be an employee stationed there, and if you refer to the pictures also, you'll see that a lot of that area is walled off by the planter.
Right. And the area in your proposed boundaries, the special events line, what is the plan for that when the bank does plan events for security and whatnot?
Basically, that area will be stationed off, and the bank will be providing additional security, you know, as part of the bank function for those areas also.
And would you know approximately how many times a year it is? It seems like if that is used for special events, it's going to require additional security, additional restaurant facilities and whatnot to accommodate the possible number of people.
For that question, Commissioner, I'll turn that over to Mr. Ishikawa. Yusuke, could you please address that question for Commissioner Lee?
Sure. In terms of the number of events per year, we have not really decided, or they haven't really decided how many, but based on the conversations that we had so far, it seems like it would be about 3, 4, so maybe one a quarter, and it'll be cocktail style events. And again, they would be providing security from their side, and then we would also be staffing up just to make sure we can serve all of the other guests.
Okay, yeah. So my concern with that is typically we do have a process. You go to for these special events or a temporary extension of premises. That would kind of let us know or keep us informed on when these will be happening and what you plan to do. So I do have a concern, for the extended area for special events. And that's a concern I have for that.
Mr. Nishioka, I have a couple of questions. So I'm looking at the diagram you referred to that outlines in yellow the proposed utilization area, and a portion of that is outside of the lobby, correct? You mentioned that the blue line was the glass.
Right, I'm talking about the blue line to the right of the page. Now, if you look at, there is a door, there's an atrium area. If you look at the other handout, which is marked atrium, and it's kind of shaded, that area is totally enclosed. That's in the inside of the bank already.
Okay.
So that additional area that you're referring to the left side, bottom, is the lobby, which is noted in blue in the second diagram.
Okay, so
Do you see that?
right, and thanks for providing these drawings with the colors. It's helpful. But so I'm now looking at the shaded diagram, and if I start with the portion that says lobby and it's shaded in blue, that's one of the proposed utilization areas on a daily basis, correct?
Correct.
And then, although it's not shaded here on this diagram, a portion of the outdoor area is also part of the proposed extension, which would be construed as the proposed utilization area on the prior diagram, correct?
Right. And again, that area is broken up into two sections if you want to.
Right.
Would be proper.
I think I understand
One would
what
be
you're saying.
only for special events.
Okay, so if I was to, if we delineate the outdoor area into two sections, the area adjacent to the current lobby, the current licensed premises would be part of the proposed utilization area on a daily basis, is that right?
Correct. If you extend that blue line, the bottom blue line on the bottom of the page, straight to King Street, to the red line, which marks the boundary between public and private property, that would be the extent.
Okay, and does any of that portion include the city sidewalk?
No. If you look there in the photos, there's a red line which delineates the boundary between the bank's property and the public access sidewalk, which is the city's.
Can someone from the city walk within this proposed area in the outdoors?
Currently, yes, but if for daily use, it'll be sanctioned off. As far as the private area will be sanctioned off, so that the public will not have access there, and will, obviously, that's to keep people out.
Okay, and that'll
on
a daily basis.
on private events. Excuse me.
Hold on. Just for the daily use, it'll be what you're saying, if I understand you correctly, Mr. Nishioka, is that the public sidewalk area is going to be sanctioned off from the private area on a daily basis?
Area that's marked, I guess, it says arcade, and there's that yellow line that's extending to the left of the page. Some of that area is accessible by foot traffic. Most of it is blocked off by the planters. The areas, and all areas which are available to foot traffic along that yellow line, as well as the red line, will be sanctioned off.
And that's on a daily basis?
Correct. But
Okay.
only for that, the red line area from the bottom of that line toward the top, wherever there's access, to the public that's not covered by the planner, will be sanctioned off.
Okay, thank you.
No public property will be encroached upon.
Thank you.
Commissioners, any other questions or comments for this applicant?
Motion to convene into executive session.
Second?
It's been moved in second to convene into executive session. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro,
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye. We are now in executive session. Back from executive session, I will call the agenda item again. Recalling agenda item number 4, request number 21-22919 from Aloha Pronto Waikiki LLC. Commissioners, I believe we have some type of action on this.
Here. So my motion is to approve the extension to the yellow delineated line labeled as the proposed utilization area with a 6-month probationary period. If the licensee would like to utilize additional spaces, they would need to come and ask for the commission's permission to temporarily extend into that area.
Second?
It's been moved in second to approve the request. Agenda item number 4 with Vice Chairman's verbiage, specific verbiage in the motion. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro,
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye. Motion carried. Request is approved with the restrictions outlined in Vice Chairman's. motion.
I'm sorry, Chair. I just wanted to also state for the record, Mr. Nishioka, we would like to make sure your licensee has the extended area delineated on a daily basis with either stanchions or planters as you represented. Please.
Thank you, Chair. Commissioner.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
And let the record reflect it's duly noted on Vice Chair Min's comment. Okay, calling agenda item number 5, request number 21-22986 from Dining Innovation Hawaii Incorporated.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the chair. My name is Takuma Lathrop, Lathrop.
Thank you. Commissioners, any questions for the licensee?
Questions? Motion to approve request number 21-22986.
Second.
Been moved in second to approve request number 21-22986. All those in favor?
Lee.
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye. Motion carried. Request is approved. Thank you, Mr. Lathrop.
Thank you very much.
Okay, calling agenda item 6, request number 21-22993 from Doraku Waikiki LLC. Mr. Aoki.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and Madam Commissioner. My name is Kevin Aoki, AOKI, owner of Doraku Waikiki.
Thank you. Commissioners, any questions, comments for the applicant?
Motion to approve request number 21-22993.
Second.
Been moved in second to approve request number 21-22993. All those in favor?
Lee.
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye. Motion carried. Request is approved, Mr. Aoki. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, calling agenda item number 7, request number 21-23005 from Mr. Dennis Cunningham. Hello, Mr. Cunningham.
Good evening. Thank you for speaking with me tonight. My name is Dennis Cunningham, Cunningham, and I'm the founder of and CEO of the AirTab app.
Thank you, Mr. Cunningham. Commissioners, any I understand, Mr. Cunningham, you're here requesting approval for your AirTab app.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. Commissioners, do you guys have any questions or comments?
Cunningham, are you a licensee, or are you representing any current licensees?
I am
this
not.
request?
No. I am not.
Okay. Are you applying for a license?
No.
Okay.
Just as a comment, Mr. Cunningham, I reviewed your request and the supporting documents that you presented, and it's very clear that you are just a third-party company, and it's more or less as a marketing type of tool. It's unclear right now only because this commission and the jurisdiction that we have is to grant and revoke licenses for licensees. So as agenda, requesting an approval is, I guess, Ms. Harai, point of order. Do we have to act on this request, or I don't believe we have to provide any guidance or anything to it because it's very clear that it's simply an app and a marketing tool, and there is no sale of alcohol or anything of that nature happening. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the licensee. So is there any guidance you want to give us, Ms. Harai, on this request?
For similar requests in the past, when a third-party service provider has appeared before you without a specific licensee making the request of you, I mean, there's a number of options. You could approve, you could deny, and you could also take the matter under advisement, which you have done in the past. Or also give the requester the option to continue, basically amend the request if there's a specific licensee. I did note that a licensee did register as an observer today, but as currently agended, you would not be able to entertain a request from that licensee to utilize the app because it's not properly agended. But that doesn't mean that the request couldn't be amended and appear back before you next week even.
So Mr. Cunningham, hearing our options, I think it's really clear as far as what our jurisdiction is and what we can and cannot do. We appreciate the time and giving us the heads up on the FYI. If you do plan on, extending out to the Hawaii market, then your business prominently will be with the other with our current licensees that are licensed here in the state of Hawaii, or actually in Honolulu, I should say, County of Honolulu. But did you have anything else for the record, or?
No, I just wanted to extend the courtesy to make sure that we were, everyone was apprised of what we intend to do. And we have a movement called the Save Our Bars and Restaurants movement, which is a national movement. And we're partners with the National Restaurant Association. And we're very excited to be able to extend the opportunity to come into Hawaii and to offer additional revenue and support for the restaurants. And we just wanted to make sure that you were aware that we wanted to come here and just to be considerate to our agenda.
Thank you for that courtesy, Mr. Cunningham. Commissioners, if there's any other comments or if you guys have anything for, I guess our action item would be that we would just take it under advisement. There's no action needed. I believe we don't require a motion or anything, correct, Ms. Wright?
That's correct. If you take the matter under advisement, there will be no vote called.
All right. Commissioners, is that, are you guys okay with that type of action?
Chair, I just wanted to know, Mr. Cunningham, I may want to direct you to looking at our rules and statutes that because there are some restrictions on inducing, using alcohol to induce sales and giving alcohol for free of charge. So I would advise you to, and encourage you to take a look at our statutes and rules.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Hearing nothing further, I guess we'll go ahead and move on. Thank you, Mr. Cunningham, for attending and adding your comments for today on agenda item number 7.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, commissioners, type of action, please, for agenda items 8 and 9.
A motion for the adoption of decision and order for agenda items 8 and 9.
Second.
It's been moved in second to for adoption of decision and order for agendas 8 and 9 as previously circulated. All those in favor?
Lee.
Aye.
Min.
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye. Motion carried. Going into the adjudication hearings, I'll go ahead. Ms. Ogata, go ahead.
Good afternoon, Chair, members of the Commission, Deputy Corporation Counsel Pedro Gata.
Thank you. We'll go to the first agenda item is agenda item number 10, 777 Liquors, Grocery and Gift Shop.
Chair and members of the Commission, I spoke with licensee's counsel, Keith Kiuchi. He was unable to be here. I think he's in a deposition right now. So I'm going to move to continue this for 1 month. I have no objection.
Motion to continue agenda item 10 for 1 month.
Second.
And moved in second to continue agenda item 10 for 1 month. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro,
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried. Calling agenda item number 11, Leeward Bowl.
Chair, members of the commission, I spoke with counsel for Leeward Bowl. They were aware of today's hearing, and I'm not sure why they're not present. So I'm gonna ask to continue for 2 weeks so I can make contact with them again.
Motion to continue agenda item 11 for 2 weeks.
Second.
Been moved in second to continue agenda item 11 for 2 weeks. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro,
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried. Calling agenda item number 12, Kilani Market.
Chair and members of the commission, I spoke with the licensee who said that his son would be appearing to represent them today, but it doesn't appear that anyone is here for Kilani Market. As with the
Hold on a
previous,
second, yeah, because Mr. Zabakalam is in.
oh, I'm so sorry.
My apologies, Commission. We were having some technical difficulties with getting the camera working. Emmanuel Zibakalam here on behalf of Kilani Market. Behind me to the left is Shem Kim. He's here for moral support. To the right is Jeffrey Koh, who's the owner and operator of the entity. We waive reading of the charge and enter in a plea of no contest.
Motion to accept the no contest plea.
Second.
Moved in second to accept the no contest plea for agenda item 12. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro,
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried.
Chair and members of the commission, this is a first violation of this type. Recommended fine is $1,000.
Is this part of our compliance program?
It was not actually part of the compliance program. In this case, liquor investigators, were doing general surveillance of the area and observed a sale to a minor.
Thank you. Mr. Zibakalam, do you or your client wish to comment on this?
The individual in question that did this sale actually is part of the family. It's a family-owned business. So generally with these matters, there is a recommendation where the individual goes under training and sometimes there's suspension and termination. Unfortunately, we're not going to be taking those actions this time. We will be doing the training, making sure that he is up to date on all the current methods in regards to reviewing and looking at IDs to making sure individuals are over the age of 21. And then when we feel he's adequately trained, we'll place him back into rotation.
Okay. How long has the license been in effect?
From what I understand, 2015 is what I was shown for the entirety of records, and there have been no other violations.
Thank you. Any questions, commissioners? Hearing none, motion to approve the recommended fine of $1,000 for agenda item 12.
Second.
Been moved in second to approve the recommended fine of $1,000 for agenda item 12. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro,
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried. The fee of $1,000 is imposed. Thank you, Mr. Zibakalan.
Thank you, commissioners. Have a good day.
Thank you. Calling agenda item number 13, Thumbs Up Market, Mr. Luke.
Yes, for the record, reflect Wayne Luke for the licensee. I have asked Deputy Corporation Counsel for a continuance on this matter to May 27th.
I have no objection.
Okay, Mr. Luke, can you introduce the person seated with you?
Oh, no, he's not part of this hearing.
Oh, okay, thank you. My apologies. Motion to continue agenda item 13 until May 27, 2021.
Second.
Been moved in second to continue agenda item number 13 to May 27, 2021. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried. Calling agenda item number 14, Foodland Supermarket.
Hi.
Uyoka.
Good afternoon, Chair, members of the Commission, Ms. Uri, Robert Wilco on behalf of Foodland. Also present is Ashley Johnson. She is the District Manager of Foodland. At this time, I'd like to waive reading of the charge, stipulate to a factual basis, and enter a plea of no contest.
Motion to accept the no contest plea.
Second.
Been moved in second to accept the no contest plea for agenda item 14. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried.
Chair and members of the commission, this is the first violation of this type. Recommended fine is $1,000. This was part of the Liquor Commission's compliance check program.
Thank you. Mr. Uyoka, would you or your client wish to comment?
Yes, absolutely. In this matter, the clerk did request for the identification, just got misinputted the numbers, the date of birth, and unfortunately completed the sale. This clerk did receive 3-day training. We do actually do a Foodland training and examination. She did pass the training and do it. She just got confused on inputting the date. The clerk is no longer employed by Foodland, and we have stressed to our clerks the importance of entering the correct date of birth, so this does not happen again.
Okay, and is that training or retraining done on at least countywide basis to other licenses held by your client?
Absolutely. Foodland has a statewide, countywide, and different county training.
Okay. Ms. Ogata, any further comments from you?
Nothing from me, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Motion to approve the recommended fine of $1,000 for agenda item 14.
Second.
Been moved in second to approve the recommended fine of $1,000 for agenda item 14. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
Also vote aye, motion carried. Thank you, Mr. Uyoka.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Calling agenda item 15, Vegan Hills.
Chair and members of the commission, I was unable to get in contact with this licensee. It seems that the business may have closed, but seeing as this is the 4th time they're supposed to be here for this particular violation, I'm going to move for a default.
Can you just represent for the record, Ms. Ogata, when and how service was made?
Letters were sent to Natsumi Kitami, the authorized agent for Vegan Hills, through their business address at 3585 Wailea Avenue.
And when was that done?
So there was one letter sent on March 11th, which continued it, until the last hearing, which was 2 weeks ago, on April 1st. The next letter was sent out on April 5th, continuing the hearing to today.
Okay, thank you. I think it's a motion to approve the request for default judgment.
Second.
It moved in second to approve the request for the default judgment. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried.
The recommended fine in this matter is $500.
Thank you. Motion to approve the recommended fine of $500.
Second.
Been moved in second to approve the recommended fine of $500 for agenda item 15. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried. Okay, calling agenda item number 16, Nijia Market.
May
Mr.
the
Luke.
record reflect Wayne Luke as attorney for the licensee. Oh, I believe Corp Counsel is gonna make a recommendation.
Yeah. In this matter, Corp Counsel is going to be requesting a continuance until May 27th. I need to do further investigation on the charge here.
Okay. I'm sorry, what date? May 22nd?
May 27th, please.
Okay. Mr. Luke, I'm gonna ask the same question. There's someone seated to your right. To you.
Oh, yeah, this is Mr. Ichiro Mori. He's a general manager for the licensee.
Okay, thank you. Motion to continue agenda item 16 until May 27, 2021.
Second.
Been moved in second to continue agenda item 16 to May 27, 2021. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried. Calling agenda item number 17, Nijia Market, Mr. Luke.
Yes, may the record reflect Wayne Luke as counsel for the licensee. To my right is Ichiro, Ichiro Mori, Mori. He's the general manager. We waive reading of the charges and enter a plea of no contest.
Motion to accept the no contest plea.
Second.
Been moved in second to accept the no contest plea for agenda item 17. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried.
This is the second violation of this type. Recommended fine is $2,000.
Is this part of our compliance program, Ms. Ogata?
This is the part of the compliance program as well. Thank you.
Mr. Luke, would would you or your client wish to comment?
Yes, well, in this particular case, first of all, the employee is no longer working for the Nijia Market. This occurred 1 year ago. She violated all the training rules. First of all, she accepted her birthday instead of instead of what was on the license, and to complete the total problem that she had is she asked the minor whether the minor was 21, and the minor said no. So this is what we were confronted with, but that's what happened, and that's the situation we're faced with.
Okay. Ms. Ogata, any further comments?
No, Mr. Luke was correct that the cashier accepted the minor's vertical license, asked if he was 21. He said no, and the cashier still made the sale.
Okay, thank you. Motion to approve the recommended fine of $2,000 for agenda item 17.
Second.
It's been moved in second to approve the recommended fine of $2,000 for agenda item 17. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried. Calling agenda item number 18, Square Barrels.
I'll talk to you later.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Madam Chair, I'm Hideo Simon, last name Simon. I'm the president of Aged Artisans Corp., DBA Square Barrels.
Okay, on or about September 12, 2018, in the city and county of Honolulu, state of Hawaii, licensee purchased or acquired liquor from any person other than a wholesaler licensed pursuant to Section 281-31 of the Hawaii Revised Statutes for purposes of resale and in violation of Section 281-31 subsection T of the Hawaii Revised Statute.
Mr. Simon, how do you wish to plead?
No contest.
Motion to accept the no contest plea.
Second.
And moved in second to accept the no contest plea for agenda item 18. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
I vote aye, motion carried.
This is the first violation of this type. Recommended fine is $500.
Mr. Simon, would you like to provide any explanation or comment?
I can provide an explanation. Unfortunately, I guess we purchased beer from licensed brewers, but it was through the Hawaiian Brewers Guild. So that's where we failed to, I guess, think it through. So obvious mistake on our part.
Sounds like a bona fide mistake, but you are required to comply with our rules and regulations. In the future, if you're not certain on what you can or cannot do, you can either visit our website or the commission's website or call the administration for any guidance you might need.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. A motion to approve the recommended fine of $500.
Second.
And moved in second to approve the recommended fine of $500 for agenda item 18. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried. Calling agenda, the fine of $500 will be imposed, I'm sorry. Calling agenda item number 19, Square Barrels. Mr. Simon, please introduce yourself again for the record.
My name is Hideo Simon, last name S-I-M-O-N. I am the president of H Artisan Corp, DBA Square Barrels.
On or about February 1st, 2018, and or during the period between January 1st, 2018 and October 5, 2020, in the city and county of Honolulu, state of Hawaii, licensee failed to notify the commission in writing of the name, age, and place of residence of an officer or director, to wit, Thomas Ray, within 30 days from the date of the election of such officer or director, in violation of section 281-41, subsection I of the Hawaii Revised Statute.
Mr. Simon, how do you wish to plead?
No contest.
Motion to accept the no contest plea?
Second.
And moved in second to accept the no contest plea for agenda item number 19. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried.
This is the first violation of this type. Recommended fine is $500.
Mr. Simon, any comments on this matter?
Again, major oversight on my part. I've spoken to our attorney, Naomi Cole, about this, and she has helped rectify the situation. And from here on out, she'll always be abreast of all the changes that we make.
Okay, thank you. Motion to approve the recommended fine of $500.
Second.
And moved in second to approve the recommended fine of $500 for agenda item 19. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Simon. Calling agenda item number 20, Walmart.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, members of the commission. David Banks appearing on behalf of Walmart. I also have with me, joining the meeting by Zoom, is Mr. Derek Gagne. That is spelled G-A-G-N-E. He is the manager of the Pearl City store for Walmart.
Okay, Mr. Banks, if you could just hold on a minute. I'm gonna have to recuse from this matter along with the next matter. And then in my absence, it can be taken up.
Thank you. And in connection with this matter, we waive reading of the charge and enter a plea of no contest.
Thank you. Motion to accept the no contest plea for agenda item number 20.
Second.
Been moved in second to accept the no contest plea for agenda item 20. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried.
This is the second violation of this type. Recommended fine is $2,000.
Any explanation, sir?
Yes, if I may, the last violation was 2 years ago in February of 2019. Walmart takes age verification very seriously. All employees receive training as to the age verification requirements at all the Walmart stores. Employees are also informed of the consequences of selling to underage persons. They face employment termination, and they're made to understand that they could also face a potential fine or arrest. Since the last incident in 2019, Walmart has engaged an outside firm to conduct its own undercover underage operations, and they send persons in on a quarterly basis to buy alcohol just to make sure the store is on its toes and trying to guard against these events happening. In this particular case, the employee was in her 90-day orientation period, and unfortunately for her, her employment was terminated as a result of the incident. After the incident, and what happened here was the employee asked for identification and looked at the identification and keyed in the wrong dates. She keyed in 1990 versus 1998. Since this event happened, the Pearl City store has engaged in special training. Every single cashier has done a computer-based training program and test to make sure that they understand the age verification requirements.
Thank you for that. I would encourage you to advise your client to use technology. You know, they have to punch in numbers, and we've often found that they pick a number, pick a date that they know is going to clear in the interest of moving faster. So if you can take a look at records of which dates, if you have employees punching in the same date over and over, you know that it's happening, and you can correct it before a violation occurs. Motion to approve the recommended fine of $2,000.
Second.
Been moved in second to approve the recommended fine of $2,000 for agenda item 20. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Gannabon.
I vote aye. The fine of $2,000 is imposed. Calling agenda item number 21, Walmart.
Thank you again. David Banks appearing on behalf of Walmart. Mr. Gagne is also appearing. He's representing the Pearl City store. His last name is spelled Gagne. We waive reading of the charge and enter a plea of no contest.
Motion to accept the no contest plea.
Second.
Been moved in second to accept the no contest plea for agenda item number 21. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye. Motion carried.
This is the first violation of this type, and Walmart did pay the additional GLS fees already. So the recommended fine is $500.
Or any comment?
Just briefly, the compliance division in Arkansas completes the gross liquor sales report, so it's not done here in Hawaii. And it appears that the person who is completing the report in this instance pulled data through Walmart's retail link software, and she was new to the position. She apparently missed some categories of alcohol sales. And based upon the investigative report, it looks like she included liquor sales in the gross sales report, but neglected to enter beer and wine. She's since been educated as to how to do it properly, and subsequent reports have been filed properly.
Thank you. Motion to approve the recommended fine of $500.
Second.
Been moved in second to approve the recommended fine of $500 for agenda item number 21. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye. Motion carried. The fee of $500 is imposed for agenda item number 21. Thank you, Mr. Banks and Mr. Gagne.
Thank you.
Can we get Commissioner Yashiro back, please?
Here he is. Okay.
There he is. Okay, moving on to the next agenda item, calling agenda item number 22, Tiana Cafe and Karaoke LLC. Mr. Chung.
Good afternoon, members of the commission, Madam Commissioner Matthew Chung on behalf of the licensee. If we could consolidate my request to continue cases 22 and 23 for 2 weeks. even though the same licensee, they involve two different sets of employees. And I wanted to discuss the matters with the employees before entering a plea.
I have no objection.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Ogata. Mr. Chung, we'll take them up one at a time. Motion to continue agenda item 22 for 2 weeks.
Second.
Been moved in second to continue agenda item number 22 for 2 weeks. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro,
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried. Calling agenda item number 23, Tiana Cafe and Karaoke LLC. Mr. Chung.
Thank you, Madam Commissioner. Members of the Commission, Matthew Chung on behalf of the licensee. Same request as in case 22. If we could have 2 weeks to discuss the matters with the employees before discussing resolution with the Corporation Council.
Ms. Ogata?
No objection.
Thank you. Motion to continue agenda item 23 for 2 weeks.
Second.
Been moved in second to continue agenda item 23 for 2 weeks. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro,
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried. Calling,
you.
oh, that's it. Okay, thank you, Mr. Chung. Calling agenda item number 24, tapas.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. John Ying, ING, Single Member Manager for the licensee Cafe Giovannini DBA Tacos. We would like to change our plea from contested to no contest with explanation.
Thank you, Mr. Ng. Motion to accept the no contest plea.
Second.
It's been moved in second to accept the no contest plea for agenda item number 24. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro,
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye, motion carried.
This is the first violation of this type. Recommended fine is $500.
And can you provide the factual basis for the charge, Ms. Ogata?
Yes. The liquor investigators reported to Tapas to investigate because they had received an anonymous complaint on their liquor tip line about social distancing and mask violations. Upon arriving, the investigators observed that the bartenders were not wearing masks. There was little to no attempt at social distancing by the patrons of Tapas, and it didn't appear that the staff was attempting to encourage social distancing. And they did observe quite a few patrons to be unmasked. They were shut down for 24 hours.
Okay. Mr. Ng, feel free to provide your comments.
Sure. Okay, first of all, I was in bed at 11 o'clock that evening, and I was called in by the investigators at that time. But I went down later, and what was stated in the reports and the review of the pictures, I would have disputed. In one of the reports, which hits the news, it said there were 120 patrons in there. There is no way 120 patrons could fit in there, even without COVID restrictions. The front bar is probably 300 feet or less for the customers. My staff counted probably about 10 people in that front area, but they were social distanced. And the back room, we call dining room, probably less than 400 square feet, probably about 24 people back there. But again, there's like 6, 7 tables, and the groups are there. There were people in line, there were people in the front lanai, but there was no way. I mean, even 75 people without COVID restrictions would find it very uncomfortable in that place. So we would definitely dispute that number. My bartenders also said they were definitely wearing masks at the time, like they were supposed to. We followed those rules specifically. I mean, there were signs everywhere. Sanitation, every single one of the mayor's proclamations, we followed. We had been getting, even before that, after that, complaints, anonymous complaints every week, and we suspected it was one of our competitors. Police were almost apologetic that they were coming so often, but we passed every single time. Due to the amount of time that has passed since the violation, bars were shut down. We did reopen as a restaurant. Skeleton crew, I didn't hire anybody except one person. I've been working there 7 days a week myself. Basically, I lost 2 of my witnesses. I don't even know where they are. One was a customer, one was a bartender that I have not rehired. So I did speak to the Deputy Corporation Counsel. Our fine recommendation is relatively low, and it's just not worth it for me to fight this. Although I feel definitely that there were certain statements and items in the report that were definitely fallacious. But given that, like I said, it's not worth it for me to go through a contested hearing and I can't find these witnesses anyway.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ng. Ms. Ogata, do you have any further comment?
I have nothing further. Thank you.
Okay. Motion to approve the recommended fine of $500 for agenda item 24.
Second.
It's been moved in second to approve the recommended fine of $500 for agenda item number 24. All those in favor?
Lee,
Aye.
Min,
Aye.
Miyashiro.
Aye.
Gannabon.
I also vote aye. The fee of $500 is imposed for agenda item 24. Thank you, Mr. Ng.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 25, Liquor Administrator, any legislative updates?
No, I believe we uploaded to the board packet, the bill tracking table that's currently on our website. We changed that today because today is second crossover. There is some confusion that we need to work out with respect to House Bill 136. Our understanding was that the House was going to agree to the Senate drafts, but currently that is showing House disagreement. What we're trying to do is avoid having to go to conference committee when there is no need. So we're going to straighten that out, and I think we'll be good.
Thank you, Anna. Okay, agenda item number 26, any administrative matters?
Nothing from me, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Pocaro. Okay, that concludes our meeting. Meeting is now adjourned. Thank you.